What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this one I'm going to be continuing to show you how to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 in Minecraft. This is part 62, and in this one we're going to be doing this entire room with the exception of the furnace. We are leaving that for the beginning of the next part. And, yeah, the only thing I want to mention, by the way, is this glow item frame we forgot to add in the last part if you want to add this now. But I'll talk about it once we go this way, because we didn't even add the door, actually, like I wanted to. But anyway, yeah, that's enough for me. So that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, let's carry on through the build. So, materials you need to start off here are as follows. Cobble deep slate, polished andesite, yellow terracotta, red concrete, cyan concrete, green concrete, green glazed terracotta, block of redstone, which is in items, right? Why is a block in items? Whatever, it's beyond me. And we're gonna go with cobbled deep slate walls. So starting from the wall we have here, we're gonna still wait to fill in our floor. Sorry, I know you guys are probably wanting a floor to stand on, but we'll deal with that later. Take this bottom cobbled deep slate here of this particular pillar and extend it over by one like so. Then take that particular cobbled deep set and extend it over with 4 yellow terracotta, 2 cobbled deep slate, then 5 yellow terracotta, 3 cobbled deep slate, then you'll need a gap of 3, so I'll use redstone for it, why not? Then 3 more cobbled deep slate, then a cyan concrete, 2 red, cyan, 2 cobbled deep slate, 3 cyan, and 1 cobbled deep slate. And if you check, that lines up with the other side. And actually, all these pillars should line up with the pillars on the other side. These ones are a little bit weird because they're 3 rather than 2, but the outsides of them line up still. And yeah, cool. That means we're so far correct. I would recommend extending each cobbled deep slate out by 1, except for the middle block of those rows of 3. So, you know, 1 there, 1 here, 1 here. These middle ones you'll bring forward with a cobbled deep slate wall instead. That'll be more important later, but yeah. And you see you aren't quite centered with the cave. I thought it was for some reason, but no. This will end up... The cave will be, or should be, where is it? Let me calculate this real quick. It would be here, I believe, is where the core storage should be. Really? It goes further out there? Well, regardless of if it is or not, just as long as, you know, you have a gap here, it doesn't matter. Or a block further in, I guess. I don't know. That feels off to me for some reason, but, who knows? Each cobbled deep slate specifically, you'll extend up by, what is it, like 9 probably? No, up by 11, so they're the same height as everything else. Leave the walls alone, because we'll deal with those later. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. One room at a time, chat. One room at a time. Anyway, we can then do the panels in this. So we'll start with the furthest left one and just work our way right if you're looking at this wall. It should be this 4 block one here you're starting with. Going left to right each time the same way we did the other side. You want to place a red concrete, green glazed terracotta, green concrete, red concrete. Next row, cyan, green concrete, redstone, andesite. Next row, cyan, 3 andesite. Next row is the same. Next 2 rows are entirely polished andesite. Next row is yellow entirely. Next row is red. Next row is 2 cyan on left, 2 andesite on right, and then the next 2 rows are the same as that one. Cool. You shouldn't need your green concrete, your green glazed terracotta, and your block of redstone anymore. You can get out the following instead. Bamboo trapdoors, dark oak trapdoors, and gray concrete powder. So for this next panel here, we don't need them for this panel. I just figured we should get them out. You're going to start with an additional row of red on top of the yellow. Next row, again, still going left to right, will be 2 cyan and then 3 andesite. Next row is 1 cyan, 3 yellow, andesite. Next row is the same. Next row is the same, except the andesite will be a red instead on the right here. Next row is a cyan and then 4 red. Next row is an andesite and then 4 red. Next row will be 3 andesite, a gap for now, and then an andesite, and then the next 3 rows should be all andesite. That gap will be a monster spawner later, but we don't have them right now, so yeah, we can't really place that. Oh, there's another gap too that won't be. That's fun. Anyway, where you have the next panel, this one's a little bit different. You're gonna start by taking either side cobble deep side wall and extending them up by 4. You'll extend them towards each other at the top here with bamboo trapdoors off the top half, and then if you crouch in place in the middle of the dark oak trapdoor, it'll give you this. You'll then place a row of gray concrete powder on top of the walls and trapdoors. Then you'll start back diagonally up a row from that gray concrete powder, and this first row will be 2 andesite and then 3 cyan. Next 2 rows are the same, kind of. You'll see what I mean. You do want to break this top left cyan, though. 3 rows above that are all andesite. That one's not a monster spawner, that's an iron bar in that gap. That one should have a coarse dirt just directly behind the hole as well. At least I do. You might not have exactly the same, but that's what I have, so I'm just informing you of that. If you end up having a situation, by the way, where one of these wall panels just isn't working because the cave is in the way, just like push the cave out a little bit more. You can do that. Especially if everything else is lined up so far with this loop, I just wouldn't really worry about it. Next panel. You're going to literally copy this bottom row just 2 more times with the cyan and red. Next row is andesite, 2 red, cyan. Next row is andesite, 2 red, andesite. Next 3 rows are all andesite. And then the next 3 after that are 2 andesite, 2 red per row. And then the top row will be andesite. Final panel. First row is andesite. Next row, again going left to right, is andesite and then 2 yellow. Next row is entirely yellow. And then the row above that will be 2 red and an andesite. Next row is the same. Next row is the same, but it's cyan instead of red. Next row is 2 yellow and a cyan. Next row is andesite, gap, cyan. And then the top 3 rows should be andesite. This gap is also an iron bar. I don't know why the one was monster spawner and the other 2 weren't, to be honest. So, don't ask me. And yeah. That means our walls are basically done. We don't have this wall in, but I'm not actually worried about that yet. You can clear your inventory and get out the following. Stone. Bricks. Cobble deep slate again. Bamboo stairs. Grindstones. Mangrove sign. Bamboo sign. I will grab out coarse dirt and we'll have 1 slot just to have, I guess. Yeah, sure. But you probably won't need coarse dirt since it should already be there, but... Or some of it should be there, actually. I don't know if the whole thing's blocked off. Anyway, we'll start with the floor, ceiling, and the remaining wall. 1 block further out than the cobbled deep slate on this side, you want to fill in this wall with bricks entirely. A small portion of this we'll have to break later for the furnace to be able to go further, but we're not worried about that just yet because I don't care enough to worry about that. And that'll probably be the last thing we do anyway, so... I'm not gonna be like, I wanna leave these 3 specific blocks open or whatever. We'll just have to break. It's probably 10 to 15 or something. It's not that many. Anyway, you should have this. Floor and ceiling, a block above the bottom and a block above the top will be stone. You'll have to fill around a bit of coal on the bottom there, but that's fine. There will be more coal as well. I'm sure you guys are pleased to find that one out. Not that you would be, but that's kind of the joke, I guess. Yeah. I'll fill through the around the doorway here, I guess. This room, as far as details, there is a lot going on. So you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. But hopefully we'll be able to do it manageably so. Mainly the problem with rooms like this, generally with, I feel like every project, is the ceiling is usually the chaotic part. There's like pipes and things, just so much going on. Pipes, lights, framing, all of it. You name it, it's probably there. So yeah, that's really the one part that will take a while. I don't think the floor will take that long because it's mainly barrels and boxes and stuff. And I guess some ladders and whatnot. Anyway, yeah. I don't really know if I have any plans to say. Really nothing going on with this tutorial at this point that, like, needs to be explained. Like, since we're doing this room now, we're gonna do the 2 rooms on the offshoot on that side, and then, you know, we'll finish off with the mommy chase, and then we'll do the long hallway with the grinder room, and then the bay room there, and that's it. I mean, I think we're in single digits in rooms now. I'll say 2 there, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. You could maybe argue that there's more than that, but the way I'm splitting up the rooms in my head, it ends to 8, so. You should end up with this, though. Nice. Oh, that looks so weird. Because I never build them bland like this first, except for in tutorials, so it's so odd to see. The cobble deep set either side of the opening here, you'll just extend up, I guess, behind the walls. You'll also actually bring the gray concrete powder back with cobble deep set, and I'll bring the stone in a row, why not? A block further in than this, you're going to fill in this wall with coarse dirt if you don't have any there already. I would maybe not actually go with coarse dirt if you have an option, like basalt would work, if you don't have the cave wall directly there, but I did, so that was my choice. Going top to bottom in this per row, you're going to place bamboo stairs that face out, grindstones coming off the dirt, bamboo stairs, grindstones, bamboo stairs. You can crouch and place a mangrove sign off the bottom right grindstone. And if you just trace left onto this cobble deep set wall, you'll place a bamboo sign. Where the doorway is on, I guess if you turn to your left, just to the left of this 4x3, you'll place a bamboo sign there since we have it. And yeah. We'll start from this side here and work our way around that way, and we'll probably leave the furnace for last because I just think that makes sense, at least in my brain. Get out the following. We'll start with the banner litters, why not? So, loom. Yellow banners, you need 2 of them. Black dye and yellow dye. We'll also get out dark oak planks. Dark oak stairs. Hay bales, and dark oak trapdoors. If you place your loom on the floor, you can get rid of it so you have enough slots to actually manage here. And if you put in your first yellow banner, you want to put in your black dye and just do it on all sides. So top, bottom, left, right, which is Chief Fest, Base Fest, Pale Dexter, and Pale Sinister. Next yellow banner in, you can do line across top and bottom, which is Chief Fest and Base Fest, where I didn't even need yellow dye, I apologize. And then from top left to bottom right, which is bend. Above the, like, center 2 blocks of the door, you'll take these 2 yellows and place your banners on them in the order we made them. The 0 and then the 5. I'd love to be having, like, the actual, like, you know, like this 5 with banner letters, but I don't think it's possible. To the right of this opening, you'll take this first yellow and place a dark oak plank off of it. Have a stair on top. Right of the plank, you'll have another plank and then a hay bale facing out. You'll have dark oak trapdoors against the 2 sides of the hay bale with the little rope on them, I guess is what it would be. Clear your inventory, and we're going to actually transition to a little bit of ceiling here. You'll see why in a moment, but get out the following. Pale oak signs, levers, dark oak fence, and nether brick fence. Those are the 4 things we need for that. I guess it doesn't actually get too much ceiling, but it's still some, so. Block of coal. Coal ore. The regular one, not the deep set one. Pale oak trapdoors. Iron bars. Stone brick walls. So just off this polished basalt here, you want to place a lever. Just to the right of the dark oak stair here, you want to place a pale oak sign. On top of the dark oak stair, you're going to place a nether brick fence and extend it out by 1. Then you're going to just... Well, I guess just follow the order here. You're going to go up, left, forward, up, forward, left, up 2, forward, left, up 2, forward, left, and then up by 3, and you should connect into the ceiling. On top of the original nether brick fence, you'll place a dark oak fence, and then extend it right, forward, up, forward, right, up, forward, right, up 2, forward, up, right, and then up by 3. Which should give you these. These are like the strings that attach into the ceiling. I don't know what they attach to, so they're just kind of going to the ceiling here, but I assume they connect to some sort of gear or something to open the door. Don't know why you would need that, but anyway. You can get rid of, I guess, your pale oak signs and get out iron trapdoors, and in this doorway here, you're going to place iron bars at the top with iron trapdoors underneath a row. Should be familiar, I think. In Chapter 3, I actually used dark oak fence gates instead of iron bars, and I think it looks pretty good, so just throw that option at you. Turn to your right, and you want to be in line with the second cobble deep side pillar. Around the base blocks, you're going to place a block of coal in each direction, like so. Just kind of going around. On the right side, you'll extend this one right an additional 2, and out of that row of 3, the leftmost 2, you'll extend up with coal. You kind of want a radius around this of blocks of coal in the floor, and then coal ores beyond that. So basically, I'll break it exactly as I have it for at least the blocks. It's like, it's pretty much just 1 block outside of most of it, except for on the right side here, it goes a little bit further out. Or like front right, I guess. It's like that, basically. And then around that, you'll just kind of dot various coal ores to make it look like coals that are a little bit separated from the pack. Sure, I'll leave that one there. I didn't want one there, but that's fine. In front of this rightmost block of coal, you're going to crouch and place 3 pale oak trapdoors extending up, all open on the left half of that block. Leave a gap of 1 going left, and then place another set of trapdoors open to the right this time. Extend either row up diagonally back by 1 and then up by 2, which will give you more rows of 3. Oh, that side's going to be annoying to place. Nice. Between each set of trapdoors, you can just crouch into the top half of each one. You'll just place more pale oak trapdoors. Except for the very top one, you will just leave open. To the right of this, and just to the left of this pillar, you're going to extend off of, I guess, this yellow terracotta with 3 iron bars and then a stone brick wall. All that will be extended up by 3 additional rows. If you want, because of the wall like being shorter there, you can place a structure void on it and it'll flatten it out, but it's up to you. You can also place carpet on top. That generally looks good, but there's one particular wall you can't do anything with in this room, so I think that was part of the reason I didn't add carpets like I normally would. Above this a little bit, well, I say a little bit, it's definitely more than a little bit. You want to take the polished deep set stairs here on the left side, and you're going to take this top right one, and just extend it all the way right with stone brick walls. Until you hit the other wall. The brick wall, like so. Then you can get rid of one thing in your inventory, doesn't matter what, and get out mangrove trapdoors, and The second pillar here, not the like corner one, this one, which is the second one, I don't know how else to describe it. You're going to place mangrove trapdoors opened underneath these two stone brick walls, and I guess against the cobble deep slate. You also have one opened against the left of the same pillar, and you'll extend these trapdoors. You're going to place these off the walls right until you are 2 blocks past this next pillar here, which will be that far, about. And then right of it, another block, you'll place a mangrove trapdoor open again, open on the gray concrete pattern and open to the left. There's another coal pile. If you got rid of one of your coal things, I'm so sorry, but it is between the, not the last pillar, but the second to last and the third to last, which are these two going right. And just to the left of this second to last pillar, you'll place 3 blocks of coal extending left. In front of it, you'll have another row of 3 coal in the floor shifted right a block. Same thing here with the coal ore kind of going around the bottom here. Something like that. You can also use polished blackstone buttons if you'd like to like add more, but one's up to you. If you got rid of your stone brick walls as well, no, we're not going to worry about that. I was going to say I apologize again since we'll need them, but we can just get them out again because you do want to clear your inventory here and get out the following. This part's going to get weird since we don't have the furnace in yet and we're saving it. You want iron bars, pale oak fences, stone brick walls, andesite walls, stripped mangrove logs, beehives, chiseled bookshelves, warped sign, and we'll go with a spruce slab. Yeah, sure. The stone brick wall row against this, I guess it's the back wall. Well, technically it's the left wall room, actually, because the brick's the back wall. If you take the far end of it against the brick wall, you'll extend this down with 2 iron bars. This step won't make sense yet, but you'll extend those iron bars along the wall here with a row of pale oak fence and then a row of stone brick walls. You'll then take the, what we'll say the back right-hand corner is, which is, you know, this side of the brick against this andesite wall and go left with 2 iron bars, then a pale oak fence. Extend that pale oak fence up by 2, up with an iron bar, and then the rest of the way up until it connects into something. I'll then leave a gap of 1 extending left from the bottom of that and going up. I'll place 3 pale oak fence again, iron bar, 3 pale oak fence, and then I'll extend left by 1. Same amount of fences. Interesting. The iron bars here in line with the, or in the fences, you want to connect together. And in addition, they'll extend left by 1 and then right by, I guess, 2 to connect into the walls there. Just between these pale oak fence rows and off of the wall by a block, you'll place a full row of pale oak fence going floor to ceiling, like so. It's always Poppy Playtime I'm breaking things in on accident. Never has happened in any other tutorial. I don't understand why it has to be this every time. Anyway, in front of this pale oak fence row, you'll place a chiseled bookshelf facing, we'll say, right. In front of that, a beehive facing forward. Off the right of the beehive, a warp sign, and on the top of the beehive, a spruce slab. Get rid of the final 4 things in your inventory and get out in addition. Spruce trapdoors, block of emerald, redstone torch, and maybe chains, but I'm not sure. We'll leave it open actually for now. You can get out chains, but I don't think we'll actually end up using them immediately. On top of the chiseled bookshelf, you want a spruce trap door. Left of the chiseled bookshelf, you'll have an andesite wall, which will be brought up by 3. Then extend left by 1. You can kind of see where the furnace should be. It's starting to make it a little bit more obvious here. From that bottom andesite wall there, you'll count forward by 2 and left by 1 and place an andesite wall. Block of emerald on top. Andesite wall on top of that. Redstone torch off the emerald. You can actually head back to this beehive here, and if you look at the warp sign on the right side, you want to crouch and place a strip mangrove log off of that sign, and it should face sideways like so. You'll then count forward 2 and right by 1 and place another strip mangrove log facing up. In front of that, iron bar, brought left by 2, and then with a stone brick wall on the end there. Extend that whole thing up 3 more times, which is the iron bars and the stone brick walls, not the logs. I mean, I guess you could. That'd be a tall stack of barrels, though. From the stone brick wall here, you'll count left 2 and forward by 1 and place a strip mangrove log facing up. From there, you'll count forward 1 and right by 3 and place 1 facing front to back. And then there's a couple more dotted. If you find on the right wall the block of emerald, just like 1 block off the wall there against the wall, I guess against the andesite walls, you'll place an upward facing strip mangrove log. You'll then count forward 3 and left by 1 from that and place a sideways facing one. Then from that one, count forward diagonally left by 2 and place an upward facing one. Then from that one, count left by 3 and back by 7. And about there, you'll have a strip mangrove log facing front to back. They almost like circle a spot, which ironically still has something going on with that spot, but we'll get there in a second. As in right now, how's that sound? So I'm not going to be very specific with this. I'll be a little bit, but you do need stone stairs, stone slabs, black concrete, oak trap doors, and barriers might be smart. So we're going to say from this emerald block here, where this strip mangrove log is just to the left of it. You'll count left an additional 1 and break 3 stone going over. Break 1 forward in the center. And you'll break a row back from the entire row of 3. You'll then break back more from the left 2. Let's start with the trapdoors. The back left, you'll have an oak trapdoor at the top half, like within this hole. Up diagonally, right from that, a trapdoor here. This particular trapdoor you'll bring back diagonally right by 1, along with forward by 1. And I'll also have another trapdoor on the underside of that one, which you'll have to crouch to place like most of these. From out of these 2 trapdoors, the bottom one, you'll go forward diagonally right by 1. Top one, you'll go forward diagonally left by 1, and then forward 1. That's the hole pretty much blocked off. Around the edges of the hole, if you want, I would use more stone brick, cracked stone brick, cobblestone, andesite, whatever, to just trim the edges of it. That's how I've been doing the dye texturing in Chapter 3 as well. But just place a variety of stone stairs, upside down stone stairs, slabs, upside down slabs, whatever. Just to kind of give you more of a interesting kind of shape here. Something like that. I don't really like how flat this part is, so I'll do that maybe. Cool. A block underneath it, I'll fill it in with black concrete. Make sure you fill under these stairs and stuff so all gaps are filled in, and make sure you don't trap yourself outside of the build. Too late though. Any black concrete that is very visible, I'll place a barrier on top of so you can't fall down this. You could also, like, use slabs and stuff, but I just wanted to use the trapdoors only because I didn't want to, like, I didn't want to deal with the thickness of the slabs because they always get weird. Anyway. On the ceiling, you have a hole in a fairly similar spot, actually. If you take this top row of yellow, this row of 3, you'll be a block off of the wall, and actually in line with each of those 3 yellow, you'll just break a row of stone like so. You'll then break left from the front 2. And so, here's the fun part, alright? You're noticing, or you're probably noticing, hey, wait, that's the floor of the room above. You can still break this stone and replace it with a black concrete. There's a warped slab there. We're cutting it close. Yes, we are, but yeah, it'll look like this. And then you want the same thing with the stairs and slabs around the edges here. Just try to be careful because of that floor being directly there like it is, that, you know, you don't go too aggressive with it. But yeah, something like that looks good, I think. There is no boards on that one. Okay, we're starting at the point to where there's not much left. I mean, there's still a lot left. There's still the entire furnace. But, I mean, within the actual room itself, that excludes the furnace because I don't want to do it. Get out the following. Polished deep slate stairs. Polished deep slate slabs. Iron bars. Chains. Nether brick fence. End stone brick wall. Bamboo planks. Bamboo fence. And a pale oak button. I swear there was a light in here. Am I crazy? It seems like I'm crazy. So, to start off, on the left wall, above the section with the, like, it's where the gears go here. You're going to be just above it, or I guess it's where the gear was stuck, where you find it. You're going to be above it in this, like, top left polished andesite. You'll place a bamboo fence and extend it down by 2. You guys ready for some fun? We'll start with the one against the front wall here. If you are looking at this, you want to go right to left at the top and place the following. All of this will be upside down with the stairs and slabs. But it'll be a stair facing left, stair facing right, slab, stair facing right, slab, stair facing right, slab, stair facing left, stair facing right, slab, stair facing right, which should give you this, essentially. It's from this angle as well. I should have specified that. I am sorry. Next row below, you're going to go right to left again, still with the same ordeal. You're going to place a stair facing left. These are right side up rather than upside down now. Slab, stair facing left, stair facing right, slab, stair facing left, slab, stair facing left, slab, stair facing left, and then stair facing right. It should give you this pattern. I believe we did this in water treatment the same, but I'm not entirely sure. Here's the fun catch. On all the pillars, the frontmost row of the 2, you're going to do this on, which is going to be this row for all of them. And then the one where it's only 1 row thick, you're just doing it on that row. Yeah, you want to copy this entirely. You'll have some cobble deep slate walls you'll need to remove on the angled side, but that's fine. Just, like, look forward and copy it, and there's no exactly good way to remember this or be like, yeah, okay, here's the pattern. Only thing is just kind of understanding how that shape is followed, but even then it's still annoying, and yeah, you're gonna have to place a bunch of placeholders and stuff, so I will be doing this, and I'll give you time as well to do it. Yeah. I feel like other than this room, like this was one of those rooms that is like, okay, yeah, no, this one's gonna be pretty bad. But I think the bay room is the only other room left. Like the final room we'll have to do, of course. That is gonna be any sort of like problem. Because that room's large for sure. Also, one thing you should keep in mind is where these stairs go up in each side, they should either connect directly or diagonally. And it actually goes every other. It's like they connect, then they go diagonally one way, connect diagonally the other way, connect diagonally the original way, and then, you know, etc. Just kind of keeping that in mind, but yeah. We're so close, come on. I'm not gonna stop talking about it because I need this done so bad. Just in time, too. As of recording this, I should be starting Spirit in 3 days, hopefully. I don't know what's happening anymore. I never know what's happening, though, so, you know. Not being in the loop is, my expertise, I guess. Whether it's intentionally or not is an entirely other conversation, but, you know, that's whatever. Maybe when I need to know something and I don't. Genuinely, though. Like, please, give me information. Anyway. Oh, yeah, this one's awesome. Actually, I could probably do it. Right? I could probably figure it out. It's easier to look forward, to be honest. You do this once, and it's... Like, originally I was getting good at understanding it, and then now I just don't. But also, like, I know if I don't check, I'm going to make a mistake. Like, that should be... Nope, that connects. I guess I should have actually just checked. Yeah, okay. And then this one is a diagonal... That way? Yeah. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Anyway, that should give you this. That's, I think, the worst part of this room done, other than maybe the furnace, but we won't even probably get to that in this part, based on the amount of time we have left. So, let's do the iron bars, because they're fairly annoying, and actually there's multiple of them. Huh, fun. On the, or at the very back here, back left, where you have this hole in the wall, you're going to place iron bars on the row above it. The frontmost iron bar, you'll extend all the way right into whatever it'll touch. Underneath the polished deep slate, this row in front, you want to place iron bars under it until you're like 3 off the end, pretty much. It should be under this row of stairs here, and you'll see 1, 2, 3 off this side, yeah, of the polished deep slate. Extend those iron bars forward a row, and they should extend both left and right by 1 left to connect into the wall and right to start the diagonal angle. These front 2 iron bars, or I guess actually and 3 iron bars, you'll extend forward a row. Then the rightmost 2 you will extend forward by 5. Then you'll go down a row, forward a row, leave a gap of 1, and then place 2 more rows of iron bars. I just placed slabs there temporarily. Then you'll go up a row, and from there just connect all the way forward to the front wall. Awesome. To the right, just like in front of the gap here, to the right where you have this, I guess, polished deep slate little support beam, whatever, in front of it, a block off of this stone, you can see where I am, or should be able to. I'm actually just directly across from that gap there. And I'm on this, like, frontmost panel. But from this one, you'll go down with 3 nether brick fence, and stone brick wall, bamboo plank, and then a pale oak button. Off each side of that plank but the back, you'll place a bamboo fence and extend it down by 1. Da clap. Other than the chains, is there anything else? Because I don't want to do the chains. Well, we're going to have to do the chains. Still on the right side, just beyond this cobbled deep set pillar here, it'll be, I guess, the panel with the emerald block down there, actually. But coming off of this top row of the front and the side, you'll go down with like 6 chains about. 6 feel right? Yeah, 6 does feel right. Cool. There is another one off of the ceiling behind, I believe it's this next cobble deep set pillar here. Yeah, it's this in line with this 4-block wall. You'll be on the, I believe, this first stone here, this corner one, and you will extend down with 7 chains. Like so. On the other side, there should be, I think, 1 chain, if I'm... Ah, there's 2, but one of them's really short. Actually, they're both kind of short. In line with the, again, the weird thing here where you get the gear mold from, you're going to be in the back left corner just from this cobbled deep set in front of it. You'll count right by 2, and you will go down with 6 chains? Yes. Thanks, Minecraft Ambiance. In front of the next pillar, which is this one, you'll be just, again, you'll count, I guess, from this stone right by 1 and just go down with 3 chains this time. Cool. Now, there is one thing left before the big scary. If you, well, actually, get rid of 2 things that are not your iron bars. I'll actually get rid of a 3rd. You just need the iron bars. And get out monster spawners and black concrete. Actually, I will just get out those. There's no reason. Out of the 3 holes on this wall, they should all be in line, actually. But the front one is a monster spawner, and the other 2 are iron bars. There is a chance these are already sealed off from the other side with coarse dirt. If they aren't, just place some black concrete. I was going to place coarse dirt on the one that is coarse dirt, which I think is the middle of the 3. But I'm not actually looking actively. And yeah, anything else in this room? I need to confirm that we're pretty much done here. Yeah, so we'll start next part with the furnace, I think. It is a little bit shorter than usual, but I don't want to go like 50 minutes because of the furnace. So yeah, we'll start next part with that furnace there and get this room done, and then we'll move into the next area, and hopefully we'll be able to finish. The next room doesn't have a floor and doesn't really have anything other than some pipes, so hopefully that one shouldn't be too long, and maybe we'll be able to start to find a room in this particular little corridor. That room is annoying. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought for some reason. There's some rust texturing, but other than that, it's not bad. As for texturing in this room, I guess if you really care, it's just the same as it's been. The only, I guess, thing is for the color blocks. For red concrete, it's netherrack. Cyan concrete, it should be cyan concrete powder, I think. And yeah, yellow terracotta is hay bales. Polished andesite is polished deepslate into polished tuff. And stone is the same, and that's it. I'll probably go over that again once we do the furnace. But anyway, that being said, that's enough rambling for me. Once we're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 62 of Poppy Playtime Chapter 2. Complete. There's a glow item frame we missed. That's fine. I can't be bothered to show it now. Thank you guys, if you guys did enjoy this video. It's not in this room, by the way. Have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.